Happy New Year, everyone. The end of the year petties is going to be delayed by a week. Amanda and every member of her family got the puking bug through last week's holiday, and I'm taking this as a sign for me to recover a bit too. I've been looking for an excuse to look back on this episode, so please have a fun and safe New Year and enjoy this petty rewind with our friends at And That's Why We Drink. See ya next year.
Live, Laugh, Larceny discusses true petty crimes that may be disturbing to some.
Or could be easy listening to all you psychopaths out there.
All stories are based on actual events, but details may vary.
Listener discretion is not advised.
Live,
Laugh,
Larceny. Welcome to Live, Laugh, Larceny, the show that gives shampoo to their real friends and real poo to their sham friends. This is Trevin.
And I am Amanda. And today, it is not just the two of us. Today is an extra special episode. We actually are joined by two award-winning podcasters, okay? With one covering paranormal and the other tackling true crime, these hosts are sure to remind you why we all drink. So welcome to the show, M. Schulz and Christine Schiefer from And That's Why We Drink podcast.
Thank you. I want to applaud your little speech more than I want to applaud us being here. So
yeah, agreed. It deserves an award of its own. And I will say, sorry, I immediately inserted my gasp and my sound effects that were unwarranted. So you had to introduce us immediately. Be like, who's that person in the background?
You know what? Sound effects are welcomed and encouraged on this show. So you're in good company. So don't worry.
Thank God. Okay, great. Well, then I'm ready to go.
I'm just here to party.
And party we
it's
shall.
Trevin's birthday, by the way, everyone. Happy birthday, Trevin.
We are recording on Trevin's birthday.
Yes.
Hopefully he can spend his day getting drunk on wine later. I hope.
It better be. I certainly will be celebrating that way tonight. So I
All
hope
right.
you join me.
Yeah, I'll be having a regular Christine night for my birthday.
Yes, a regular Wednesday evening for me.
I feel like a lot of times Christine drinks and she likes to imagine that it's in celebration of somebody's birthday.
That's right.
Without actually having the information. So now you're giving her a reason to actually feel fulfilled tonight. So
It's sort of like, oh, perfect. What a good excuse. You know, when my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, it's Trevin's birthday. He's like, who's Trevin? I'm
it's
like, that's
Christine's
irrelevant.
version of it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's like, it's someone's birthday.
It's
reason
Trevin's
to
birthday.
celebrate.
It's not just
It's
Wednesday.
Trevin's birthday. And honestly, when I showed up, I thought it was Amanda's birthday. So it could be anyone's birthday for all I know.
Technically 2 birthdays you got to drink for.
Now I see why you take birthdays so seriously.
It's all
Fair
making
point.
sense now.
Fair point.
Trevin, do you want to start us off with Dreadful Dilemmas this week?
Yes. Recently, I found myself in the deep heart of Kansas City, and I realized that I do have terrible driving in the city. I'm always so bad in the city. And there was a little bit of construction going on, and I thought that a exit was closed. And so I was like, I'm not going to take the exit. Well, it turns out it wasn't closed, and there was a guy behind me that wanted to take the exit, and he was like putting his horn on at me and getting mad. So as I'm going down the highway while this guy's doing the off-ramp, I look up and he is looking over his shoulder and giving me the angriest face I've ever seen a bald man make. He was so mad.
They do look meaner by nature. So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It's the lines.
I just kind of froze. I mean, it worked. He was putting on as much shame as he could, and I was just getting slathered in it. And I'm sitting here feeling the shame and the angriest face I've ever seen. But then I started thinking, this is the most unsafe driving I've ever seen. Because this guy's going up the off-ramp. He's still looking way over his shoulder. We're making eye contact. And so I kind of panicked in the moment. And I just pointed forward and made a scared face. And, went, and then he just pumped his brake real quick and turned around to look forward. And then it made him quit looking at me.
And then you said, gotcha, and drove away.
Yeah, I thought if this guy already hated me, He's going to hate me a lot more now.
He's gonna find you. Yeah, be careful out there. Road rage is.
I am related to a bald man, and you did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was really personal for me. But what I really needed to say was, I do think you were driving next to my father.
Oh,
The way that you described
now I'm really sorry.
The way that you described every moment of that, I was like, Dad, like, were you in Kansas City this weekend?
I finally found you.
So is
Yeah,
he constantly like cranking his neck to mean mug people on the road?
Yeah.
At least since '92, as long as I've known him. So,
Oh my God. I've never
He's,
met your dad. I'm realizing in this moment for some reason.
imagine exactly what Trevin said. That's.
I feel like I've met him now.
Wow.
Honestly,
He is someone. He gives a real good death glare. So I understand what you're going through, Trevin. I am glad you were able to drive away. That's the important part.
thank you. Yeah, I mean,
That's
I can still see it when I close my eyes.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to go away.
Was it like the bald man's veins were like bulging and just scrunching up his face? Or what?
Bulging and wrinkled, and like I said, I don't know how he did it through the tinted windshield, but it was eye contact the whole time.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. This is like you've pissed off the wrong person. I'm a little bit afraid.
I'm just laughing in childhood trauma. I'm just. I'm so sorry. Your tinted window line was really a chef's kiss. That was.
Em's triggered.
No, it was poetry.
I need help with my dreadful dilemma. I actually need help from all of you
Oh boy.
because I am struggling to know if this is bad parenting or just like totally fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. I love this. Okay, so my dilemma. Trevin and I both recently went to a Valentine's Day Playboy party theme for one of our mutual friends, and it was a blast. We were encouraged to like dress wild, Playboy themed. It was the whole thing.
Put our keys in a blender.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
A blender? Where they just like fucking shred the keys into
And then we drank them. It was wild.
Yeah.
So in my outfit, I had little heart-shaped pasties that I wore on my nips because it was see-through. Okay. It was like a look. Okay.
Excellent.
I love it.
But the dreadful part of this is that I think it was only a couple days afterwards. I went into my oldest daughter's room, and she's going to be turning 6, just so you guys know the age we're talking here. I go into her room, and she has this really beautiful mural painted on her wall that my dad and my husband and we all painted it when I was really pregnant. And she was like, "Look, Mom, look." And I look up at the mural, and she had found somehow my nipple pasties.
Oh no.
I thought I had put them in the trash, so
They're not
one of
reusable?
them- well, they're sticky. I mean, I guess if you don't get them super dirty, you
Technically.
could. So the mural is like a Volkswagen bus, because we have one of those, and then a sun and like a palm tree.
Oh.
And she has one of my nipple heart pasties on the sun and then the other one on the bus. And she's like, "Look, Mom, look." And yes, does it look beautiful? Yes. And did I let her keep it up? Yeah, it's still on there right now. But what I need to know from you all, should I have immediately taken the nipple pasties down just because of where they were previously? Or is this like, okay?
No, it's perfect.
This is more than okay. It's perfect.
That's art.
It's art indeed. What I would say is you're teaching your child reduce, reuse, recycle. And whether or not you even know you're teaching, it feels like it's come naturally, right? And she's like, "You know what? This seems wasteful. Why would you put this in the trash?" And if she's anything like me, she's always digging through the trash. I knows I have a problem. I'm like digging through the trash. So, maybe it's just personal for me, but I feel like there's some really beautiful elements to this. And I think you should show your dad the beautiful addition she's made to the mural he painted.
I do need to tell Papa Dennis. Oh my God.
At least take a photo for posterity's sake, for the graduation one day when you're showing a slideshow or something. You got to take a photo at least. For
I love
There's
that.
nothing I love more than a scrappy person. And it sounds like you're raising maybe a raccoon, because she did find something in the trash.
Yes.
And then she kind of threw it on the wall, and then it just kind of stuck there, and then she scampered away. But she was proud of it. And
She
so,
does scamper too. You are nailing it.
yeah.
You are nailing
Oh, does she have opposable thumbs?
Yeah.
If so, we should all be concerned.
Well, if she's human, she would.
I know. As I was saying it, I was like, I'm going to just double down on this.
You know what? Roll through it. That's okay. That's its own form of art, is to just commit.
This is the same girl that like strung her spit on the car windshield and was like, "I made spit art, mommy."
Yeah.
See, she's
Oh,
a
my God,
tortured
she's a
artist.
little-
She's 6
No,
years
she
old.
really is.
Yes. Wait, Is she Banksy? I think I've solved it.
She's ahead of her own time.
I feel like she's
just ahead of
Banksy.
her own
She's
time.
going to be like a performative artist or something. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think that's mixed media right there.
Yeah.
That sure is. Trash on the wall. It sounds like mixed meat. Spit in the window.
Nipple, pasties, and spit are my mediums of choice.
Oh my God. I feel like she's like the new Andy Warhol, just kind of taking a mundane item and like.
She's doing for nipple pasties what Andy Warhol did for like the Campbell's soup can.
Campbell's soup.
Oh.
Amen. Yes. That's beautiful. Beautifully put.
Well, you guys have made me feel a lot better about my dilemma. I was thinking, okay, if anybody knew that I had nipple pasties on my daughter's mural on her wall, they would be like,
well, don't phrase it like that. If just be like, oh, they're just stickers and no one has
they
to
do
know.
look like just stickers. So, hey.
You know what? You should just ask her, just say, if you had to describe this, what would you call it? And then you're using the artist's words. So
That's right. Yeah, you should let her explain. Oh, these were what was on mommy's boobs the other day.
well, if she says it like that, maybe throw the whole kid away. I don't know. But
Right. Yeah. You'll get more intel that way, I
true.
guess.
I love that. Oh my God. So do either of you have a dreadful dilemma going on in your lives right now?
every day of
we
my
always
life.
do. I mean, every day. Em earlier said, oh yeah, let me go through the Rolodex. And that's kind of how I feel. Em, do you have anything off the top of your head? I'm going through my own Rolodex.
I don't know how dreadful it's going to be. I think the disaster itself in my mind is like anticipating what this could look like. I am going on a cruise with my mother.
Ooh.
And we are
gosh, this is news to me.
it's in a few months, which we've been cruise people in the past. Like this isn't going to be our first rodeo, but it will be our first time as adults sharing a very small room together for a week.
Okay.
And also part of me thought that because I'm the child that I didn't have to pay for any of this. And then my mom asked for a $2,000 check and I went, oh my God. Okay. So
No.
so that was pretty dreadful.
Faux pas, Linda.
I was like, I thought you loved me. But,
I thought that
okay,
you're my
I guess-
mother.
I thought you were my
I guess I
parent?
chip in now. I mean, it's no surprise. I should have seen that coming, but it shattered the illusion that there was an unconditional, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
On top of that, the reward after spending all that money is getting to be in a small room with her for 7 days. And I don't know how that's going to totally go. We usually have a 4-day, 3-night rule with each other where after that amount of time, we have to evacuate the premises because that's just our limit.
I feel like I have an
And so-
important context question. Is this just you two or is Linda bringing Tom? Because then things would get real messy for you. Because they do love a bout of PDA. I've witnessed it
And-
myself.
And unfortunately for me, but also I don't want to shame, but my mother is a very open person and I'm sure it's caused quite a lot of issues for me in therapy. But
And me.
anyone who has met her knows that she is very open with her life and many facets of that.
Her stories.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
should have a podcast.
Please don't put the idea on her mind. Please,
Don't
God.
even get that.
Cut that, Trevin.
No one wants to hear that about their parent.
So as an adult, I'm very, we are sex positive. I'm very proud of her for not being ashamed of who she is. But as a child, I did grow up in quite a very interesting space. And to know that I will be, to answer your question, sharing a very small room with her and her husband for 7 days. And for them, this is, I'm sure, a romantic getaway because they don't have enough of those. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I'm back in college and there's going to be like a sock on the door or something.
Okay, let me just give you a word of advice.
to just not go. To not go.
I can give you hand, foot, and mouth again, which I gave you last time you had a vacation planned. Well, my daughter gave you, to be clear. But
That is awful.
oh, it was messy. Em still hasn't quite
The
forgiven
worst
me,
case of
speaking
its
petty
kind,
crimes.
I think. But yes.
Yeah, Em still claims to be patient zero of hand, foot, and mouth. But anyway, I will give you one word of advice, which is that my brother and I on Beach Too Sandy have covered quite a bit of cruise lore, and I've never been on a cruise myself, and I know, Em, you have, but as an adult, I feel I should warn you that there is also some symbolism that goes on with,
I'm aware.
the pineapple and stuff, and I feel like knowing Linda, I don't know what the whole vibe is, but maybe she's, feeling a little free, whatever. If there's a pineapple on the door, I would just jump off the ship itself, just throw your body into the sea.
I think pineapples for swingers.
Swinging, yes.
And
I'm trying to protect you from kind of walking into something even more unexpected than what you're already expecting,
Is that a thing on a cruise ship? People will put a pineapple on their door?
Oh, more than just
It
cruise ships,
sure
right?
is. Or on their clothes.
It's everywhere. It's a lot of times, even if you go grocery shopping, apparently if you put, it's an upside down pineapple too, to like really make it
to clarify.
if you leave a pineapple upside down in the grocery store while you're shopping, if someone clocks it, they can, strike a conversation with you.
Is that how the cake was made? Is that a sex thing?
What? Pineapple upside
down cake?
Upside down.
Is that like a swinging cake?
Oh my God.
I gotta be honest.
Did you have that at your party, you guys, with your nipple pasties and your keys in the blender? Someone made a pineapple upside down cake and you guys
That's how I knew
had
it wasn't legit.
There was no cake.
That's how you knew.
I don't know what the actual origin is, but officially in my lore, that is how it got created for sure.
I'll
Pineapple
accept
cake.
that.
Yeah,
I'll go
right.
and put it in
Sounds
Wikipedia
right.
and see if anybody tries to challenge it.
Yeah, just go edit the page.
I'm pretty sure. I think like pineapple in general means like we're open or we're swinging.
Southern hospitality.
It does mean southern, it does mean southern
Yeah.
hospitality, but I think upside down means specifically sexually. But
Wow. Okay.
Sure does.
I guess I heard of if people have a flamingo, that sometimes means it. But my parents just have a flamingo out of innocent. Well, so they say.
I think you've uncovered something.
Your daughter also has nipple pasties on the wall.
My mother would actually get along with your family, it sounds like.
Just bring her over. She'll fit right in.
No, but anyway, I'm not so worried about that situation. I think I'm very prepared for that situation of like, I think I'm just going to take a walk and not come back for a while. But the close quarters in general is just, you know how, a parent and child dynamic works after a little too much time together. I'm worried about turning into a teenager very quickly.
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, you were telling me before we hit record that you really know yourself, so you can love yourself really well. And I thought that was really interesting that you said you had the, 3-day, 4-night rule. That just shows how well you really know each other as a relationship.
That's like good boundary setting. Yeah.
Well, first of all, that's very kind of you to say. But I also, my mom made that rule, I think, about hanging out with me. So I think
About you?
I think she's like,
You were like, wait, what?
but I agree with her. And I think that's her general rule for anytime people are together, where like if someone's staying with you, if it exceeds 4 days and 3 nights, everyone wants to kill each other. So
It's a fair rule.
that's how she's operated in general. And it does also just work in our dynamic that I've noticed after catching up on things. Now when we have to like live in the present and we're all caught up, very quickly I just revert back to being a kid around her. And I was a really moody child. So
Like sulky.
yeah. So
See, I
it's
am
probably
the
for
M. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's for the best for everybody if like we just catch up and then leave. There's no engaging in today with each other. So
Well, I just wish you the best on this cruise.
That is
thank
dreadful.
you.
It is dreadful. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Dreadful.
She's a good time with a glass of wine and a bucket of gossip to go through. She's a good time there. But,
she's a good time.
But when she starts asking like, have you been to the doctor lately? Look at you. Then all of a sudden it gets a little like,
Look at you.
it's like, I think it's time
All
I go
right.
home.
I get that.
Totally. What about you, Christine?
Christine,
do you have
take
a
it away.
dreadful dilemma?
Here's the thing. I always have a dreadful dilemma. It's not quite as dreadful as being trapped in the ocean with my mother, but anyway, let me think. Yesterday, I went to my new therapist for the second time, and she recommended a book, which I mentioned briefly on our podcast when we recorded yesterday, called The Untethered Soul, right? It's some like kind of woo-woo, like journey of identity, discovery, all this stuff. So I'm reading this last night, and I did take a weed gummy, full disclosure, and I'm reading this. I'm like sending pictures to M, like highlighting things and like sending pictures. I'm like, this is so deep. But one of the things that it suggested you do to kind of like, I don't know, stay in your present self is to listen to your inner voice and how much it just fucking chatters away all day long. And I was like, what do you mean my inner voice? And then I was like, oh my God, there she is.
Yeah, your inner
Took zero seconds.
I'm so tripped out because the rule was like, take a couple days and just listen all day while you're driving around, like what your voice is saying. And my voice is so effing annoying. And it was like, imagine that this voice in your head is like somebody sitting next to you in a car. And I was like, I want to strangle. I've spent 5 minutes with this person.
I have to podcast with that voice.
I know, right? Like, it must be tough because I'm sitting there going, like, literally today, one of the things I was driving to my daughter's school and I'm like, okay, listen to the voice. And it goes, what an ugly mailbox. And then it goes, that wasn't very nice. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they just really like Valentine's Day and that's why there's hearts. Like, and I was like, I'm not even in agreement. Like, I'm bickering with myself in my own head all day long. Anyway, so all day I've been in this kind of weird headspace where I'm like trying to observe the voice. And it's just got me in a strange, I guess this is what they call like, self-evolution. I have no idea. It
sounds stressful.
It does. And it is. And I feel less well than the day before our therapy. So I don't know if it's working or getting worse. But anyway, apparently we all have this voice. And the key to freedom is to observe the voice and not be the voice. Listen, I don't know, I'm only 2 chapters in, but I'm sure I'll text them about it tonight.
Is the end goal, though, to then fall in love with this voice?
I think the goal is to make the voice not run your whole shit, right? Like, I think the point, as far as I've gathered from 3 chapters, is to observe the voice and realize that voice is not necessarily you. And you can't always just trust the voice because the voice will say whatever the hell it wants and will say conflicting things. And they were saying, like, if this person's sitting next to you, like, why would you take advice from this person? Like, they sound so mentally unstable. I think they actually said that in the book. It was very funny. Why would you take advice from this, like, deeply unstable person that's, like, trapped in the car with you? And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. The voice in my head is so unwell and unhinged.
No, seriously, that really freaks me out. I'm going to now have a personification of my inner voice, and I'm afraid.
Yeah. It's very freaky, and I'm so sorry because you didn't even read the book, and I'm just launching it at you. But
maybe I'll accidentally evolve along the way.
I mean, listen, Deepak Chopra wrote a little thing in the beginning, so I thought, well, it must be worth something.
Ooh, I love that. God.
Anyway, here I am having an existential crisis, so it's all good.
We're all about existential crisis here.
Oh, yes, we are.
Excellent.
I was going to suggest, because I'm doing kind of something similar in my own therapy, where to actually put like a face to that person is really important. And I don't know if that book or the therapy you're going through is the same as the therapy I'm going through. So I don't want to give you conflicting.
Oh my God. Well, it's a #1 New York Times bestselling book. So maybe both our therapists have read it.
I don't want to give you conflicting information though. So like maybe talk to your therapist before you do this. But
I see.
My therapist is trying to get my many voices to all become their own people. So that way I can talk to the person in me that represents stress, or the person in me that represents loneliness, or the person in me that represents like panic. And then I can work with each of them separately, and they're all their own individual characters that get their own individual validation.
Is this
integrated
family systems, IFS? Yes, my therapist is also teaching me that. So that's really fun. Our podcast is going to get really weird soon, Em, I think.
Whoa, you guys are on the same page, though, it sounds like.
Apparently.
If you want to put a face to
them,
the 3 I've come up with already are Thelonious, the executioner from Shrek.
What the hell?
I didn't even mean to. He just came out that way. And then Pinocchio from Shrek is the part of me that intellectualizes everything. 'Cause he's so fucking annoying. And he's like, well, really, if you think about it, it should be like this. So that's
my fucking brain. That's me. Pinocchio is my voice in my head. That sounds about like the same.
And then the third guy is Panic. It's about my panic, and it's Panic from Hercules, the little green guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's actually really good. I love that they're all kind of like childhood characters.
And interestingly, you might notice this too, all men, male oriented, and all of the good things I've learned that I like about myself, I have identified as female. So
that's the way it should be.
Sorry, Trevin.
No, I'm totally with you. I have that same issue.
He really does.
It's interesting when you personify it.
Yeah, I would much rather do anything with a woman any day than most men.
Yeah, I get it.
Em, have you seen the movie Inside Out? It's a children's movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, it made me think of that.
Yes.
That's kind of, I was picturing your little soundboard of different, but not emotion.
Your harem of voices.
It's like voices, yeah.
Well, I learned it because we're touring right now, and I get really terrible stage fright. So I was trying to identify the stage fright, and it ended up being this Thelonious guy from Shrek who's like, pick number 3, my lord. And so
that's the only way I know
apparently
the character is. I was going to say, pick 3, my lord.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so That's apparently what my stage fright looks like, or the guy who's trying to protect me from my stage fright. It's a whole thing, but IFS has changed my life. So, recommend it to people who think like the two of us.
Wow.
God, we're so unwell. I'm sorry we just showed up here and we're like, anyway, my therapist
No, we
said.
we are on the exact same level. You are not alone.
Be careful, because you're going to start getting texts from me at like 1 a.m. of like highlighted pages from this book, because poor Em has already started getting them.
I'm going to be sending you different personas that are sitting next to me in my car then.
You're like, Donkey?
If you see,
well, how did you get here?
If you see Thelonious, tell him I say hi.
Honest to God, Donkey would probably be one of my voices, like a really annoying.
It's probably the main one in my head, yeah. Oh my God.
Your credit report is your adult report card. Problem is that we don't teach credit in school. And most parents are too busy or overwhelmed to sit down and say, hey, here's exactly how this works. I'm Harry Jacobs. I'm the founder of Credit Restoration of Nevada and host of The Credit Show. I've served as an expert witness on nearly 100 credit reporting error and debt collection cases, and I've spent years doing nothing but working on credit reports. If you want to finally understand credit and fix yours, check out the Credit Show podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Well, are we all ready to play a game?
More than ever.
I've never been more ready.
Oh my God. Okay. This game is called Petty or Paranormal.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, Em, this was made for us.
It literally was made for you.
Literally was, but theoretically also made for us.
If there's two things I would like to describe myself as, it's interested in the paranormal and petty as shit. So
this is
heavy
just
on
a
the petty.
match made in heaven.
I'm so excited.
Heavy on the petty.
So this is a game where you decide if a situation was spawned by petty criminals or paranormal activity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Goodness.
We are going to give both Christine and Em 3 scenarios, and they will guess whether the situation is petty or paranormal. Whoever gets the most correct answers wins. Would one of you like to go first? Do you care who goes first?
Maybe let's let Em go, just because I feel like this is like their bread and butter, you know? You got it, Em.
Okay. I think you're ready. I feel good about it. So, Em, I will read your questions, and then Trevin will read Christine's. Does that work?
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay, Em. So, this is scenario number 1. In September of 2021, many locals called authorities reporting a mysterious and terrifying figure walking along Galveston Beach during Hurricane Nicholas. Was this petty or paranormal, do you think?
Man.
We designed these
The
to
first
be
thing
tricky,
I wanted to do
so.
The first thing I wanted to do was roast Christine and be like, it was obviously her walking across the beach and they had to call the police because they were just all terrified.
Oh, it's weird that you thought you were going to do that and then you did it.
I needed to
Thanks
fit
a
it in
lot.
where I could. I'm gonna go with petty.
And you are correct.
I knew you were good at this.
Okay, so let me explain. So it is petty. Texas lawyer Mark A. Metzger III was arrested in Galveston, Texas after dressing as Mike Myers and carrying a fake bloody knife.
Oh my God.
He was ticketed for disorderly conduct and said he was walking along the beach to bring positive vibes to the gloom and doom out there during the hurricane.
Hello? Are you?
Such non-positive vibes, they called the police on you. But okay, positive vibes.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a tough defense, but okay. I mean, the third, he needs a therapist too, I think. This just seems unwell behavior.
Oh, for sure. We all do, right? I mean,
We all do. Certainly this man does.
I get what he meant by positive vibes of like to give everyone a chuckle.
Right.
But like, wow, that was not funny.
The bloody
Like,
knife is a little far, I
too
feel.
far.
yes.
Personally.
And apparently, like, multiple people called and they're like, there's a man on the beach. And yeah, it was a whole thing.
And the photos are so ominous, seeing Mike Myers in a hurricane on the beach.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's really scary, but it's funny.
and he's a lawyer?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
He was prepared to defend himself, I think. I hope. Walking into that day, he was like, this might go upside down, but
This could go one of two ways.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So you've got one right. Let's
job,
move
Em.
on to scenario number 2. A woman takes a shower in one of her empty rental houses in Gainesville, Texas, and receives the compliment, "Looking good," from an unknown figure standing in the bathroom doorway. Is this petty or paranormal?
Oh my God.
I hope it's paranormal, but...
And you are correct again.
Oh, okay. Woohoo, okay.
Final answer. Just say it.
You are a winner.
Final answer.
Built in the 1840s, homeowner Linda Hill says that her property in Texas was a brothel during the 19th century.
Oh my God.
I'm curious if you've heard of this place. Now known as Hill House Manor, the house was a revolving door of tenants claiming the home was haunted. Linda couldn't believe it until she experienced her own ghostly encounter while in the shower. Now rented out as a place to record paranormal activity, visitors have recorded audio of the ghost talking dirty, saying, oh baby, yeah, and yeah, I like it like that."
Oh my God, was my mom there? No, I'm sorry.
Mom?
A beautiful pineapple adorns the front door of the Hill House
Have you
Manor.
ever heard of this place before?
Well, I've heard of Hill House, like
The haunting of
show,
Hill House.
right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that the same thing?
I
don't
think
know.
this is just a small little
I don't know.
house. Oh, it also has this in it too. It was built atop a 19-foot deep well
Oh my
that is now
gosh.
visible and encased in plexiglass and able to view in the living room.
I'm sorry, that's a portal to hell, I think.
Right. And some claim that this could be a portal to the spirits. So
I think it is.
It feels like it.
I would be way too scared to step into that place. But if you do all these investigations, maybe, hey, if you want some sexy ghosts.
Maybe take your mom.
I mean, it would be a fun twist on the usual
You know what?
fare.
You know what? I feel like I would love to go to a place like that, but maybe like Christine or our producer Eva would not like going to those places because I am more mask presenting. So I think I'd be left the fuck alone. But I do think,
Yeah, I'd be the idiot being like, let me take a quick shower.
like, let me
like, I would be that idiot.
let me just slip into something a little more comfortable. And then all of a sudden you just hear like a bunch of like howling, you know?
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'd have a blast. I think Christine might have a bit of a rougher time than me. So
I think I'd be excited to go and then immediately regret.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty raunchy in that house. So this is your final scenario, okay?
okay.
Scenario number 3. In 2015, animal carcasses kept appearing atop a Bentonville, Arkansas man's grave who passed away at age 94.
Oh, my God.
Is this petty or paranormal?
Oh my God. Petty?
You are a winner. 3 out of 3.
Perfect
Are you
scores.
kidding
So
me?
good.
You are so good.
If it was paranormal, I was going to wonder how many carcasses are just manifesting
Right,
on a
that's
grave.
true. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So let me explain this one. When family members of Alan McKinney repeatedly found roadkill placed on his grave at Pea Ridge Cemetery in Bentonville, Arkansas, they set up surveillance cameras. Footage later captured Alan's former neighbor, 79-year-old Joseph Stroud, wearing a woman's wig and windbreaker, placing a deceased possum on the tombstone.
Oh, my gosh.
Reportedly, the two neighbors had a long-standing feud between the two of them. As punishment, Joseph was charged with defacing objects of public respect. His license was revoked for a year. He had to pay more than $2,500 in damages for the family to replace Alan's gravestone and could only visit his wife's grave at the same cemetery with another family member present.
Yeah, with a chaperone.
He had to be chaperone.
I love, by the way, that it's almost like the one who's dead is still feuding with him of like, oh, if you're going to put a carcass on, like karma's a bitch and I'm going to be in charge of that up here. You got fines. You can't even go to the graveyard anymore. People are going to know your name and it's all going to be done by me up there.
This is the wildest shit.
Yeah.
This is like petty and paranormal,
Honestly.
It's
right?
both.
Because like, yeah, from the beyond
That's
the
so
grave.
true.
What a lunatic. He put on a wig. Like, come on.
Premeditated.
Yeah, Trevin actually, he told this one in story form. And I remember looking at the photos and yeah, he's wearing, it's like an 80s windbreaker and then like it's an old woman's wig.
Do you think it was his wife's who is buried in
probably
that
was.
same freaking cemetery. And she's like, what are you doing with my beautiful wig? You're bringing dead possums in a parka?
Right.
In my parka, my windbreaker?
I was kind of hoping that they just had like a really weird sense of humor and like they were actually best buddies. And he was like, nah, if he were here, he'd think it was hysterical if I just put a carcass next to his grave.
It was an inside joke,
But
you had to be there.
Which apparently during the trial, if I remember it right, he did try to come up with a thing saying, oh, he loved animals.
Yeah.
He loved
went
animals,
to
right?
He did try and say on that, yeah.
So
oh my God.
So that was the attempted defense. Like, no. He probably got that crazy lawyer from Gainesville to be like, oh, I got the perfect thing. Say you were spreading positive vibes with those dead animals.
positive
Lunatics.
vibes.
These people, they need a hobby.
We told that as one of our Halloween stories this year. And
That's a good one.
have you seen the movie Hereditary?
No.
Okay, so I tried to do like my own artsy A24 Hereditary story
Hell
where
yeah.
it was told from the perspective of like the dead guy's family, where it's like, oh my gosh, how are all these animals manifesting on this grave? So then my twist was that it was just a man who dressed up as his wife in a wig and dropped possums and stuff.
Oh,
That is like truth is stranger than fiction.
Man,
I don't know what is wrong with these people.
man, Pulitzer Prize winner. That's
Thank
great
you.
For real.
story.
For real.
So Christine, it's your turn.
Beautiful. Oh, boy. I'd see. This is the thing with me and M is I'm like always so like into and confident, and then M gets 100%, and I get them all wrong. So I just feel like I need to warn you. I'm not going to be very good at this.
Oh, great. And I'm really bad at telling people bad news.
Oh,
So
happy birthday.
I'll just look at Amanda and say, you got this?
Oh, that's funny. I'll
Yeah,
do it.
this
I'll
is-
break the
I could
news.
do it.
Amanda, why don't you
I'll-
hold her hand?
I'll tell her too.
Oh, M's
worry.
like, I love telling Christine she's wrong.
Okay, this will be a group shaming then.
Thank you.
All right, scenario number 1. In October of 2017, a man claiming to be from the year 2048 walked into a bar in Casper, Wyoming to warn people of a future attack. Petty or paranormal?
Oh my God.
Good luck.
Thanks, Em. I'm gonna say paranormal.
Everybody else, if you would take care of this
he's
for me.
looking at me. Oh,
Look at him.
I hate to break it to you, Christine.
You
but
got the look.
Yeah.
Cut off.
One single tear. I just wanted to believe it was paranormal. I just want to believe in time travel so bad.
Oh,
I
me too.
hear
It's my
you.
favorite.
Me too.
So it is petty. Bryant Johnson was arrested for public intoxication after multiple calls were placed to the Casper, Wyoming authorities, accusing him of heckling bar attendees. After being arrested, he tried to explain his behavior by saying that aliens had forced him to drink alcohol in order for him to travel back in time. Bryant warned that there would be an alien invasion in 2018. However, no attack ever came.
Okay. He should have spread it out a little further.
Did you write this?
Amanda wrote that
This
one.
was one of my stories. Yeah, I did this one.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Amazing.
A humdinger.
This is a whole thing. I mean, I think when I did this story, I wrote it like they were being interrogated in the police department, and this guy's like retelling the story of the aliens coming and warning him and everything. It was a whole thing. But yeah,
like the unreliable narrator.
You deserve a
Whoa.
talk show. This is
A talk
the two of you
Isn't that
deserve
what
like
a podcast?
much more than a pod. I know, but like you deserve some sort of accolades for like the details of these
Oh,
stories.
you should go listen when they add sound effects and music. It's outrageous. It's
It's gonna make me
outrageous.
feel so bad about our podcast. I'm gonna be like, oh man.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
So for the episode that I'm doing that comes out next week, I have a huge monologue and theme about like feeling like you're missing a piece inside yourself to make you whole.
Oh my
I
god.
think that's a chapter from the Untethered Soul, the foreword of Deepak Chopra.
There was a crime that happened last week that really inspired it, and it was about a guy who goes antiquing too much and gets too many antiques. And the truth story is that what he uses to fill his hole is that he just goes and puts antiques in his butt, and then he puts them back on the counter.
Oh,
for other people to come across.
Okay, wow, what a twist! That was a bit of whiplash.
And that's the true story.
And he really just does that
Yeah.
for his own, like,
I watched the videos.
no!
the things we watch.
Are you okay?
I would like a direct link to that.
Okay.
I would not.
He was wearing a kilt too, so just hiked up the leg in his kilt.
He just hiked up his leg real quick and
Did what he had to do.
then he just kind of stands there.
Did what he had to do.
Em's like, yeah, I get it.
I was raised by Miss Pineapple or whatever, so
Holy shit.
brilliant. Actually, yeah, I'm very quickly being convinced that I do need to listen to this podcast.
I feel like this is the first podcast you're ever actually going to listen to.
That would be an honor.
Yeah, I'm really blown away. I feel like the two of you aren't getting enough like pats on the back for the amount of mental effort that goes into what
it's
you do.
It's a lot of work, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's about 12 to 20 hours a week.
Cool.
Oh God.
Excellent.
Oh God. Okay.
Scenario number 2. On July 23rd, 2016, a wedding was held on a boat in international waters off of Ireland for a 45-year-old woman and a 300-year-old man.
This is definitely paranormal.
And you got that one right.
Yes.
Thank God. Okay. If you were like, no, it was a real 300-year-old man. I was
Yeah, you
like,
didn't hear about that?
I quit this game.
Andy was petty.
Andy was petty. Honestly, I think I have actually heard about this on an episode of something where they talked about like marrying ghosts or whatever. It's a thing. It's an interesting thing.
45-year-old Amanda Teague married a 300-year-old pirate ghost named Jack. A registrar was present at the wedding. Sorry, that word is just really, I was not used to saying. I was trying so hard not to say a register was there.
You could have made it a joke like registrar.
Oh, that's a good one. A registrar was present at the wedding to register their marriage. And Jack Teague gave consent through a medium that was independent of her, and even Amanda changed her name to honor their nuptials. Yet after a few years of marriage, the couple split. Amanda divorced Jack by exorcism after he began treating her poorly.
I don't know where to begin on that one.
The amount of information that's come into my brain in the last 43 minutes is insane.
Yeah.
I am seriously concerned that she didn't expect a 300-year-old ghost to treat her.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, he's a pirate?
Yeah, she said he was like emotionally and like mentally like abusive and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing. She got married. Does it say how long they were married? Did I put that in there?
Oh, it says after a few years.
Oh, after a few years. Okay. But yeah, it was like a whole thing. She had a picture of Jack Sparrow on the boat during their wedding. And I'm like, come on, you don't get to choose what your pirate looks like. He's not Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was like, I don't think I signed off on this. Also, like, what if the medium was like, ooh, sorry, this is awkward, but he's not interested? Like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on that medium to say, like, yep, he loves you and will love you till death do us part.
Yeah, and also, like, he's, like, not that, like, stand-up of a guy. Like, did you think he was, like, a woke 2024 modern man? Like,
a woke pirate that's going to treat you with all the love and respect.
Woke pirate.
yeah.
And if I could be the devil's advocate for the pirate here.
Oh, my God.
Imagine marrying somebody and then seeing a picture of the person they wish you looked like right there.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So
like,
mortifying.
Imagine if I would have gotten married earlier this year and I put like Kristen Wiig up next to like our whole ceremony. That would feel terrible.
You know what? Maybe he deserved to be a little nasty. You're right.
He's like, I'm salty. I should have never said I do.
He was just insecure.
He was like, I just wanted to sing you sea shanties. I don't know why we had to turn this into a whole look-alike contest. Yeah.
I'll never be Johnny Depp, okay? Jeez.
I'll never be Johnny
Poor
Depp.
guy.
Scenario number 3. In 2016, Mike Koval led a ghost hunters tour in an abandoned graveyard in Hull, Yorkshire, England, only to hear loud moans within the cemetery.
I know this one, like actually from where did I learn this? From you, Em? I must have learned this from a podcast. This sounds like something I learned. It's a petty crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure they were having sex.
Yep,
There was a couple. I don't want to spoil it. I'm so sorry I just spoiled it. But I remember listening to this somewhere and going, oh, those people are having sex. And then everyone who was telling the story was like, it was ghosts. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's... And then anyway.
Nailed it.
Skullcoats Lane Graveyard dates back to the 1840s, and although no one has been buried there since 1959, it is full of paranormal activity. However, during Mike Koval's Ghost Hunters tour, it wasn't spirits that the group of 12 had heard moaning. Instead, it was a porn production involving...
Oh, my.
Oh, wait, I heard this on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, it was one of my stories.
Yeah. I'm like, where would I have heard this before? Duh. Sorry. When you retell it, I'm like, oh, wait. In the sultry tones of Trevin. That's where I've heard it before.
Yeah. As we revealed it in this story, it was like very ghostly sounds, and then the ghostly sounds started saying daddy out loud. And then eventually the moans turned into just straight up women moaning.
Oh, Em, if you're going to listen to an episode, that's a really good... The sound effects on that one are out of control.
What did you do sound effect wise?
Well, they're moaning in a graveyard. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Oh, my God.
I believe when they scare the man and he runs away, I did like a cork sound when he pulled out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like the suction. Oh my. Okay, well, never mind. We can't even get into this. We can't
Don't
even-
ask questions.
So it was a porn production involving 2 naked actors and 2 cameramen. No arrests were ever made due to the 4 clothed and unclothed individuals fleeing the scene.
I remember hearing this on your show and being like so taken aback that it was a porn production.
Right.
Like I think I thought, oh, they're just probably hooking up back there. But then it was like a whole
Like a camera crew.
situation.
Did they sign a permit to film there?
I doubt
or was
it.
this just like a shady production
Well,
company?
they interviewed the priest or whatever that ran the church that owns it, and he was pretty disgusted by it and didn't know anything about it.
Okay, that tracks.
He was just like, oh, why would somebody do something like this? But they just ran off.
He is like hiding the waiver behind his back. Like, I don't know why anyone would do such a thing.
Yeah, hiding the waiver and the money behind his back.
In a holy place. And the money.
I'm just a producer.
And the copy of the DVD that he now has for his own
It's just
personal use.
awkward for everyone. Like, I'm just picturing being on that ghost tour. That would be so wild.
And everyone's like, do you hear that? Wow, do you guys hear that?
Right. Like, everyone
Oh.
would be like excited. Like, oh, I hear something. Whoa.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I feel like it probably did not take very long. I feel like there was one sound and people thought it was a ghost, and immediately ghosts weren't even an option on the table. Everyone was like, "Oh,
It's
I know what
everyone's
that's
like, we
about.
all know what that is.
It's like, should we
Yeah.
get closer? And most of the people are like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
think we
need to
should double
investigate this
Yeah.
ASAP.
So also, do you like that I said, I've heard this on the news, and it was like on your podcast?
Oh my God, I am the news. Thank you.
Or the petty news.
Wow, journalist. You are.
Well, so I guess that means that M, you are the winner. You got 3 out of 3.
What a surprise.
And Christine, though, you got 2 out of 3. Hello.
Thank you. I tried really hard.
You're a winner in our hearts, okay?
Thank you.
So good, so good, so good.
New year, new gear. Thousands of fresh active styles are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Save on top brands like Nike, Puma, and Free People, starting at just $35.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
There's always something new.
Plus, join the Nordy Club to shop new arrivals first, unlock exclusive discounts, and more. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
This message may be shocking to many millennials. If you are one, you might want to sit down. Right now, loads of people are searching the following on Depop. Low-rise jeans, halter top, velour tracksuit, puka shell necklace, disc belt. You likely placed these in the dark of your closet in 2004, never to be seen again. But if you can find it in yourself to dust them off, there are a lot of people who will give you money for them. Sell on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Toast the holidays in a new way and raise a glass of rum chata. A delicious creamy blend of horchata with rum. Enjoy it over ice or in your coffee. Rum chata, your holiday cocktails just got sweeter. Tap or click the banner for more. Drink responsibly. Caribbean rum with real dairy cream, natural and artificial flavors. Alcohol 13.75% by volume, 27.5 proof. Copyright 2025 Agave Loco Brands, Pewaukee, Wisconsin. All rights reserved.
So, do you all have a petty crime you would like to share with us today?
I feel like Christine probably has more of a story. I am just here to discuss my general childhood, which was one big petty crime because I've talked about this before on our podcast too, but my favorite hobby as a teenager was to trespass into abandoned properties.
Yes.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
was-
I mean, listen.
I grew up in Virginia. There wasn't a lot to do if everything was within a 15-mile radius of each other and there wasn't like anything wild going on. And when you like had a friend with a car, you would just want to find something to do in the middle of the night, but nothing was open. So you just kind of ended up in like cornfields
Right.
and on empty farms. And there was one place we went to a lot that was actually an abandoned Renaissance fair, which was super creepy.
Whoa.
Oh, that would be weird. Okay, serious question. Were there like giant turkey leg bones like on the ground?
The muttons.
Because I feel like that would add to the like the creepiness of like there's just bones.
That I'm just walking through a trail of bones. That
Yeah, they're just crunching under your feet.
Oh, there's still a little bit of meat on it.
Oh God, ew.
there was like machinery around, like it was clearly just closed for the season and would reopen up. So that was weird to walk through. You could climb to like the top of almost like a fake, like a wooden castle or something. You could climb up into, and we would climb up there.
That's cool.
There was also a bunch of abandoned houses. There was one that got burnt down in a fire called the Idlewild Manor. And we would go there quite a lot. You had to like out of a movie, you'd have to crawl under the hole in the fence that someone tore a hole through. And it was this old abandoned brick area where some of the rooms were still rooms enough that you could walk through and explore. But then the rest of it was just like rubble, and people would leave toys there and trinkets.
Ew.
And so I did a lot of trespassing and a lot of stealing items off of the property.
Do you have like a creepiest item that you ever found or held on to? Or
Yes. So the most popular place we would go to, which I still visit now as an adult, just to like, I'll take my mom there and I'm like, this is where I would trespass.
How nice.
It was called the Slaughter Pen Farm, which was just meant to be an abandoned haunted area.
Totally.
And
Sounds like a movie.
yeah, slaughter pen. Like, let's go to the slaughter pen was a very common phrase in the middle of the night. And so it was this big farm. It used to be part of like a battlefield, so that's why it's called Slaughter. And there was all these barns you could go through. There was a house all the way in the back it was old and you couldn't live in it probably, but it was a full house, 2 floors. You could walk all through it. Ooh. There was a tree growing through the kitchen because it was so overgrown and abandoned. And there was a living room in there. There was a patio. There was like upstairs, there was a bedroom where there was dust collecting over one of the dressers, and you could see little handprints that were like still, they would appear every now and then. You would hear footsteps walking around in there. And next to that house one summer, there was this old bicycle that just appeared out of nowhere. I swear we walked by that area and we saw nothing. And when we were coming back from the house, we found this old creepy bike that had to be from the 40s or 50s. It looked like someone had just been riding it and just kind of tossed it to the side so they could go run off and play. It looked weirdly brand new, but it was clearly way too old.
Was it like a kid's bike?
It was like a kid's bike.
Oh, that's even creepier.
Oh, no. That's way creepier. Yeah, no.
And there's no, I mean, you can do a 360 and look around. There's nobody. It's just farmland, and there was nobody. And so we saw this bike. We were about to go to college, and I was like, I need a bike for college. I stole the bike, took the bike.
Oh, that is awesome.
And and I did bring it with me to the first like month or two of college. But by fall break, which is like October, so it's like 2 months into college, things were so creepy all the time. Whenever that bike was around, really weird shit would happen. Things would move by itself. You would hear voices when you were in the room by yourself. At one point, I remember me and 2 of my friends, the 2 who I took the bike with, all of us felt something in the living room staring at us, and we all fell asleep holding each other because we just felt something so evil in the room with us.
Oh my God.
And it got to a point where we actually all together drove the bike back to the slaughter pen and left it exactly as we found it, and into the farm just shouted, "I'm sorry." And after that, we never felt that weird thing ever again. But something was clearly upset that we took their bike.
What?
Whoa.
I mean,
that is eerie. Oh,
yeah, that's a big item to take. I was expecting you to say something handheld.
I know. I was thinking a little trinket, but yeah, you're like, no, I needed a bike for college and
a whole mode of
vehicle.
transportation. Yeah.
A mode of transportation.
I do wonder, I'm like, why was it left there to begin with? Was it to tempt us to see what we would do? I don't, but yeah, it was weird. And
the fact that it's a kid's bike is so...
I don't really...
Also, you're like 6 feet tall. Did you ride that bike around?
Right.
Sure did.
Wow.
I thought I was kitschy
That
and
must have
cool.
been quite a sight.
a haunted lowrider you had.
I thought I was whimsical.
Low rider.
But yeah, so I don't have like one big petty crime to discuss, but it was like 3 or 4 nights a week I was committing the same petty crime.
Oh,
so,
I love that.
It's like a long con.
Yeah, a serial offender.
Yeah.
Petty crime. A serial petty crime.
One of the buildings that we used to go into all the time was like an old nunnery, and they ended up having to board it up because we kept trespassing so much. And then at Slaughter Pen, all of the buildings got knocked down because too many people were trespassing. So I think maybe I hurt myself in the process. So whoops.
Man, that is... So do you still do that? Are you still interested in abandoned places, or was that more something you did when you were younger?
Yeah, do you still trespass regularly?
No, and I don't know what the statute of limitations is.
They have 911 on speed dial right now. They're like, say it again, louder.
So tell me everything you've ever done.
So I do feel like your show, all the footage could be sent to the police department, and like you're just asking people to admit things.
Don't worry, we've
but
admitted our fair share on here.
Okay, good. So you're also complicit. All right,
So
that's fine.
I don't trespass anymore. Purely because I think back then when I was a teenager and I felt invincible, it didn't even occur to me that I could get arrested.
Right.
Didn't occur to me. And so it's kind of like now I can't watch scary movies because I'm like, oh, that could really happen. And now I don't want to trespass because I'm like, I could go to jail tonight. I don't want to do that. So
meanwhile, after like 2 beers, I'm like, do you want to see me climb into that boat? And people are like, no, it's
Oh my
not.
God.
Don't do that. That's
You are like Amanda.
you know what I do though? I don't trespass like in abandoned areas anymore. And if there was like an abandoned place where like you're allowed to go explore, I would totally do that. But what I do a lot when we're on tour is I
know this one.
I love exploring the hotels that we stay in. Which
like M finds like the side doors and shit and like gets up on the roof.
Yeah.
Ooh,
which
that's
like
fun.
I know one day we're gonna get kicked out. It'll just be me. They'll still have their
I'm
rooms.
gonna say I don't know you.
and
Yeah, I'm not involved in this.
And that's fine. I'll totally expect Christine to like act like she doesn't know me, and I'll just have to find a new place.
I'll be asleep.
But yeah, I like to like go through like the conference rooms on the bottom floor and like try to find like the roof access and things like that, and just see what I can find.
I will say I feel like we almost like live out because I, as a child in Ohio, a teenager in Ohio, we also didn't have much to do except for break into abandoned or under construction buildings. And we thought we were artsy, so we would like take photos of like the beams falling down. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, that thing could have just pierced you right through the head, like idiot. But I'm walking around like, oh, this is so deep, right? But I feel like nowadays Em and I kind of like continue to live that out by doing our paranormal investigations, because it's like you go somewhere creepy like an abandoned prison, but you've signed a waiver,
right? Yes,
and you have like security
I like
outside.
to do it completely legally.
So it's like we do like an adult version, like a mature, safer, maybe more legal version of it.
The only time recently I've trespassed and it felt wrong and I didn't stop was there's this resort in Virginia called the Homestead. And it's this really old, like very fancy bougie hotel with like croquet courts and tennis courts and hot springs.
It's like old money type vibes.
Old money. Yeah. And so my friend and her family always go, and I got invited to go with them a few times. And one of the families, like this is a family of like 10 people, their favorite thing to do together is wait until all the staff go home in the middle of the night, and then they just like do what I'm doing, like explore the whole hotel. Because parts of the hotel used to be like a hospital and a doctor's facility, and like for some reason, this has been decades where they could have found the people or the manpower to clean this stuff up. But the top like 3 floors of the homestead, completely abandoned. Like there's still like doctors' chairs in there and like patient files, and it looks like they just abandoned ship. There's filing cabinets you can go digging through. There's like old hotel rooms that I guess closed off at some point, but people's stuff is still in there. And so the last time we were there, we stole like a bunch of suitcases from one of the old hotel rooms, and someone just left their suitcases.
Oh my God, you're a kleptomaniac.
They ended up they were really good suitcases. And so
oh, well, that changes everything.
No bad energy in these suitcases?
No bad energy. But it's just, it was so cool. And especially it's more fun when there's like a bunch of people, because like if you hear one of them get caught, you have time to run.
Oh, totally.
So, it feels like less scary. It feels safer in numbers.
It felt like an adventure. And so, but that's always one of my favorite things to do, is just go explore and see what I can find. So.
I love that. I have never considered doing that in a hotel.
Yeah, we have that in common.
It's a blast.
Wow, that's actually really fun. I like that a lot. And don't worry, you don't have to have one petty crime. I mean, and apparently, Christine, you were saying that you think a lot more of M's petty crimes than they do.
Oh, I call them more crimes against humanity than anything.
Oh,
we cover those.
I guess crimes against me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would just say crimes against Christine is what I like to call them in my own head.
Damn, that could be a podcast on its own.
You know what? And it might be. TM. I think maybe that will be my next venture. I don't know. Like, as I was trying to brainstorm what I should bring to the table, because I have also done my fair share of just silly little things like, stealing stuff from frat houses and places that I was not invited into and probably should not have been, climbing onto boats, just stuff like that. And I was like, what have Em and I done together? And then I just started going through, speaking of a Rolodex, Now I feel like I'm on the spot, and I feel like if I start saying things that you did, you're just gonna like come back 10 times harder with things that I've done.
Right.
Because
You might not want to go there.
I'll say nothing.
It's just a food fight of incrimination.
it's like I was thinking these things, and then I was like, well, I did throw M's shoes away that one time by accident.
That was not your fault.
I don't know.
That was my fault.
Aw, this is a healing moment.
It is a healing. What a beautiful moment. So Em accidentally left their shoes in my hotel room, and the next morning I had a really early flight, and I panicked, and the line for the front desk was too long, and my Uber driver was there, and I was late, and so I just jumped in the car holding Em's shoes, and then I was like, oh my God. And I texted Em, and Em was like, well, I don't have any extra shoes with me. And I was like, well, now I'm holding them, and I'm heading to the airport. Anyway, it was a very chaotic day. Then Em and Eva ran out of gas on the side of the road, and Em never got their shoes back, and they were their favorite shoes, and I still feel very guilty about it.
And they don't make them anymore either. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They were replicas of Marty McFly's shoes from Back to the Future.
See, it's like every time I tried to come up with a crime you did, like walking around the hotel barefoot, is how this occurred. I'm like, but I'm the one who ended up like destroying your favorite pair of shoes. I mean, to be fair, I went to the airport and I asked for the lost and found, and they said, oh, it's this bin here. And every time I think back, I'm like, I think that was a trash can. Like I feel like they said, oh, put them in this bin. And I was like, they're in the lost and found at the airport. And every time I look back, I'm like, was that man just like pointing me at a trash can? I think maybe.
Oh my God.
We'll never know.
And so, yeah, we'll never know, but they're gone.
Don't you wish you could just jump in the DeLorean and gun it to 88 and fix that whole situation?
The irony, yeah.
That guy in Casper, Wyoming, ask him how he did it. Anyway, so I feel like it's not fair for me to, I feel like most of the things that you've done that I consider crimes, at least that I know about, have been, how do I say this carefully? I've been potentially complicit, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So allegedly.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I could use an accomplice. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I feel like anything that I try to kind of say that I'm like, well, I don't look any better in this scenario. So,
right.
So instead, I brought a crime from my childhood.
Oh, is that what we're going to hear today? Is that your crime?
It sure is. And this is actually the first time I've ever, I think, told this story publicly. I don't know if Em knows it. I kind of blocked it out for many years. So I wrote it out dramatically for you. I hope that's okay.
Oh,
no, that's great.
You know it's fine.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Em can, you guys can interrupt if you want. Em probably won't.
I'm just going to take it in.
So
I'm just
excited.
soaking it in.
I'm so nervous. Okay. This is a story called The Coat Room Caper by Anonymous.
Bye.
Derivative.
Shut up. Okay. As the resident weirdo of her Catholic elementary school, Christine Schiefer's blank, brown-eyed stare and German accent made her more of an observer than an active participant of her first grade class. Until one crisp autumn day when Christine decided to unleash her inner Rebellin. That's German for rebel. While her classmates frolicked on the playground, she used her suddenly convenient solitary status to sneak around the brick building and enter the classroom using a back door. It was then that she spotted her intended target, the school coat room. This cozy nook, adorned with multicolored lockers and creepy murals that no one in their right mind would have considered cute, was usually reserved for the mundane task of storing backpacks and winter wear. But not today. With a glint in her eye and mischief on her mind, Christine began her clandestine mission. She tore through the coat room like a tornado in a sweater factory, deftly grabbing coats and backpacks and switching them from one hook to another, leaving a confusing mess of mismatched name tags. As the clock ticked loudly above, Christine knew she was running low on time, but she wasn't content with mere chaos. No, she had grander plans. As her classmates' belongings lay scattered like fallen leaves and their backpacks now hung under other kids' names, Christine zeroed in on Alyssa Evans' backpack. Alyssa, who had unknowingly become Christine's enemy number one. It all began the day Alyssa had announced to the class that she was older and taller than the rest of them. It all ended that day, too. That bitch! She thinks she's so special, Christine thought to herself as she grabbed Alyssa's backpack and hauled it into the girls' bathroom. Upon crossing the threshold, she stopped and shook her head. No, this wouldn't do. In one swift movement, Christine spun around, pushed the door to the boys' bathroom open, and tossed Alyssa's backpack straight into the trash.
Time to take out the garbage.
Where it landed with a dull thud amidst discarded apple cores and crumpled worksheets. Her work here was done. Christine snuck back to recess and played in the mulch for the next 10 minutes, awaiting the eruption of chaos she knew would soon ensue. As expected, all hell, or as they said, HE double hockey sticks, this was Catholic school, broke loose. Tears streamed down students' faces as they frantically searched for their missing belongings. But for Alyssa, this was personal. She cried as she checked the clock and realized she had missed her bus and her backpack was nowhere to be found. Now she would miss her dance recital. Serves her right, Christine thought, with as much malice as any 6-year-old could muster. Christine side-eyed the head teacher, Mrs. Stratton, as she tried to calm the crowd of milling kids. It's at this point that most kids would have gotten caught, but not Christine. Christine was not most kids. No, she was the weird German girl and a true crime podcaster in the making. With full confidence, Christine walked up to her own hook and forced tears to well in her eyes. As Mrs. Stratton approached, Christine pointed at her hook. Someone else's backpack hung there. And just like that, in the eyes of her classmates and teachers, Christine became just another victim. The following day, the entire grade was herded into an assembly where the principal issued out a stern talking to. "We know who did this," she announced. A silence fell over the usually bubbly group of kids. Christine's heart skipped a beat, but she knew better. They'd never suspect her. HE double hockey sticks, they didn't even know she spoke English. Her instincts proved right. All the kids were told to close their eyes. "If you raise your hand and tell us you did it, you won't be punished," the principal announced. How stupid do they think I am, she thought. She dutifully closed her eyes and waited, hands firmly placed on her crisscross applesauce legs. After 2 painfully long minutes, the principal sighed. All right, let's just get on with the school day. Against all odds, she'd done it, and she'd gotten away with it too. After this, Christine pulled no more shenanigans. She upheld her status as a straight-A student and shy wallflower. It wasn't until more than a decade later, as she and her best friend Alyssa Evans sat side by side recounting memories of elementary school, that Alyssa broached a subject Christine hadn't thought of in years. "Hey, remember that time someone in 1st grade attacked our coat room? That was crazy," Alyssa said. "And they put my coat in the trash can of the boys' room." "Sounds like you deserved it," Christine said without thinking. It was you? And that is the end of my tale.
That was beautiful. You just crushed that. Great job.
I harbor so much guilt about that day. It's all true.
So are you still friends with Alyssa?
Yeah, she's one of my best friends. She was a bridesmaid at my wedding. I had actually forgotten about that entire incident. And then she's like, "Remember that coat room thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was so weird." And like, as she was describing it, and then she said the thing about the boys' bathroom, I was like, uh-oh, she's not going to like this. And I had to confess it. We were like 17, and I was like, I need to tell you something.
How did she handle the news?
She was honestly, she brings it up. I saw her a few weeks ago, and she's like, hey, she introduced me to her fiance, Maddie, and she was like, "Hey, Maddie, this is a girl who threw my backpack in the trash." And I was like, yeah, I'm never going to. I get it. Like, I've done this to myself.
It was the first thing Alyssa told me when I met her. I was like, "Oh, how do you know Christine? How far back does your friendship go?" And she went, "Oh, I'll tell you."
I can tell you the exact day.
Yeah.
I loved when you said, "For Alyssa, this was personal." I was like, oh, shit.
It was. I like hated her for some reason. Well, we had a beef because there was wacky dress day. And I didn't like win at much in elementary school. I was very, like I said, kind of like shy and weird. And so wacky dress day, I was like, finally, something I can do without even trying. So I showed up and I just blew everyone else out of the water. And I was like silent, like nobody thought I could speak yet. I was just pretending I couldn't. But anyway, so I just like wore this wild outfit. And Alyssa tried really hard to win. And I won first place and she won second. And we had to stand up next to each other. But then her prize was cooler than my prize.
No way.
And so
Christine,
afterwards, she's like, "My prize is better than yours." And I was like, I won first place. Anyway, so we had a beef for a while, but...
What was the prize? I need to know.
I feel like that's the beginning of your weird complex about how competitive you are.
Maybe.
It's like you could be first place or you could have the cooler prize, but I'm going to get both.
I would like both. Well, I just don't see anything wrong with that. And thank you for asking, Trevin. The prize that Alyssa received was a huge set of stickers and watercolors and markers and like a big craft set.
Okay.
And I think I got like a book. And I was like, I want the craft
Who
set.
was in charge of placing the
Oh, yeah.
prizes? That was their fault.
Thank you. CM, you understand.
book?
I was like, I worked so hard on this.
A book?
A book?
At 31, I'd be like,
What?
a book?
They didn't even think I could speak English. Like, why are they giving me a book?
If I had
Anyway,
kids,
You had to unveil your closeted wacky side for this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tried really hard.
They really, though, had a full-on assembly about the coat rack situation, though?
And I didn't even tell my mom. Like, I didn't tell anybody. Looking back, I did not realize, well, I don't think I realized what the hell I was doing to begin with, but I
Yeah.
did not realize like how chaotic it would get. Most kids missed their school bus. And so they started having to call parents to like come pick up the kids, you know? And so a lot of kids missed the bus that day. I also like, I didn't even add this in, but I wrote letters to kids from other kids. I wrote like, I am in love with you from Chandler. And just like put it in someone's backpack. Like I just was.
This is like old school catfishing, right?
Like catfish matchmaking.
it's the beginning of a pathology is what it is.
It
It's
is.
like,
Sure
that's-
is. Sure is.
Oh
The
my God,
manifestation
I
of
love
it.
Can you
Yeah,
all,
I don't
just
know.
to give them more context of how twisted you were, can you also tell them, because you alluded to it, let them know the story of how everyone found out you actually could speak English?
Oh, no.
Thank you for asking. It was third grade. I'd gotten away with it for a long time. Or no, it was second grade. I'm sorry, it was second grade. I had gotten away with it for a long time. And
years and
it
years
just
and
meant
years.
I like years. Yeah, I started at that school in preschool, so I had gotten into second grade without really saying anything. And
Oh my God.
yeah, one day I walked into the cafeteria and I had my like little tray with my chocolate milk, and then they handed me a plate with far too many green beans on it, and I said, "I do not like green beans, thank you." The teacher literally called the principal. They pulled me out of lunch and brought me to the office and called my mom and said, "Oh my God, she started speaking today." And my mom said, "What do you mean she started speaking today?" And they were like, "Well, we didn't know that she could speak English." And my mom was like,
Oh,
"What?
my.
Like what do you mean she doesn't speak English?" And I was like, "Damn it."
The green beans trapped you.
And you know what? I still fucking hate
I
green
was going to
beans.
say, did
So-
they ever grow on you?
Certainly not.
Okay.
They were so ready to call that a miracle. Ugh.
They were like, "Wow." And my mom was like, "You mean to tell me you've been teaching and we've been paying for this damn school for like 3 years? and
Right.
You didn't even know she speaks
Like,
English."
you let her graduate twice? I mean, I know it's young grades, but like, you let her go through these? And
What
you
are the
didn't even think she could
repercussions?
speak?
What happened when they would give like assignments where you had to write something or like take instruction? Like, did they think you didn't understand English?
So they thought I couldn't like speak it. Like there was a writing component and stuff. I remember doing a poster, like an about me poster, and they just kind of let me put it up without presenting it, you know, because I was so scared to talk.
Okay. I mean, if I was you and this was working out, I don't blame you for trying to milk this as long as you could.
I just thought, how far can I push it?
That's
I
the
think the most
long
impressive
con.
part to me about my young self is how I just, which today I would never happen. I kept my mouth shut for like over a decade. Like I did not tell a single soul, not my diary, not anybody. Like I did it alone, which is so much more disturbing. It's not like a group of my friends and I like riled each other up. It was like just in my own sick mind. I was like, this is a good idea. Like, I don't know.
We all do sick, twisted shit when we're young. And you were, what, 6,
for
you said?
fun.
Like, ugh.
6. Well, your daughter's 6 now and she's putting nipple pasties on the wall.
Exactly. And guess what? Okay, my daughter, she is a kindergartner, and I volunteered to go on a field trip. And the teacher called me, and she was talking to me about the field trip and everything. And she's like, "I don't mean to pry, but are you Lila's biological mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?"
Whoa.
And she was like, "Oh, well, she was really upset the other day, and she said that her mom had died."
Brilliant. Petty or paranormal?
Right. What is it?
Em, you tell us. You're the master
It's
at that
Betty.
game.
I am alive. As far as I know. And so, yeah, I had to then explain to the teacher, yes, not only am I her biological mom, but I'm alive. And it was super awkward. And I had to confront my daughter, and we talked through it and everything. And I was like, please never tell someone I'm dead.
Wow.
But kids just do really weird things.
I think kids just like say things and see what happens,
Yeah.
right? It's like, I'm just like testing my environment. And I took it a little too far.
Yeah. It was a good lesson for her. I think she was watching a lot of Disney movies or something, and
they've always got a dead parent. They always do.
They do always. There's always a shipwreck.
She just wants to be a Disney
It's
princess. It's not you. She just wants to be a princess.
Yeah. She has a bright future and you're not in it.
Yeah.
But you will be the milestone that causes it.
I feel like Trevin was like, I'm not good at delivering bad news, and then just like announces the most devastating
he's
blow
like,
of the whole
daughter's
podcast.
better off without you.
That's a really good point. Why was that so easy?
Because it's to me. You're used to this. Oh my God. Well, I loved every minute of that story. And I think, Trevin, you're going to be able to do some work with that.
I think so too.
I'm requesting a cork pull at some point just to...
Oh, no. You know, I had a line here, and I don't know where it went. I must have accidentally deleted it. But I had a line here about how... sorry, my cat is...
You know, at first I thought you just slowly lifted a feather up into your camera.
I thought it was a breadstick.
That is really weird. Let's not draw attention.
I'm just like cleansing my space with a feather and a breadstick over here. Nope, it's a cat.
It did look a little bit like this all of a sudden, Christine. Like it just levitated out of nowhere.
It did. It is just like... Meh.
I will say he's not cleansing any space. He's just demonifying it. I never did anything that wild again. I just did it once, walked away, and literally forgot about it until my friend was like, it's the weirdest thing. My backpack ended up in the trash.
Wow.
And I thought, well, you were kind of a bitch as a first grader. And she was like, what?
You were a badass for that. Like, you made a whole assembly happen.
It felt justified to you, so that's cool.
I did feel powerful. I will say it felt very powerful to sit there in silence while they were like, we know who did it. And I was like, no, you don't. Prove it.
By 8 years old, I would have been terrified of you because I'd be like, that girl just grabs everyone's shit and apparently she can speak English and she's not telling anyone.
But nobody knew.
I'd be like, she's so powerful and she's not showing her hand, which is terrifying to me.
I will also add, I was always in either a big bun or pigtails. And I just kind of stared like this.
Ugh, like a villain, like a real actual horror movie character.
It feels like I was one of the shining twins without a twin. Yeah, a little bit.
I love that for you.
Because you killed it, probably.
Thank you.
Were like, well, I had a twin. I'd tell you about it, but I don't speak English.
You know what, Em? Oh, yeah. By the way, I've never told that. Em, have I told you that story? You knew about that through Alyssa, probably.
I heard about it from Alyssa at your bachelorette party. But you've never told me.
This
but
is the first public announcement.
For a second, I felt like I had something over you, but I guess not anymore.
I checked the statute of limitations first. She's like, was that you? And I was like, let me just Google if I can still get in big trouble for this.
Oh my God. What if you had to go to detention or something?
And I was 18.
They just shred your diploma.
My principal from first grade was like, okay, come back here.
You have to retake first grade. I'm sorry.
You have to do that book report you never had to present on.
Yeah, you're about me.
About me bulletin.
About me, I'm mentally ill. Yeah.
I finally sought help. So thank you.
I love a good petty crime committed by a kid too. You can't be mad. Well, thank you guys so much.
This is maybe the funnest podcast crossover we've done.
Honest to God, my head hurts from laughing.
This is our first time hosting together too, which is crazy.
Oh my God.
This was really fun. I had so much fun.
Thank you.
I was going to say, we really don't have guests on.
We don't either.
You know, when Zandy was on, we just have people usually read their story and just send it to us. But you all made it so fun, and I had a hell of a time making that game, so it's all a win for me.
I was going to say, the game was really a highlight, so thank you. I mean, even though I lost, Em thinks I'm somehow the most competitive person ever. I will readily admit I'm terrible at most games.
You did.
I didn't say you're good. I just said you're competitive.
I'm not. I genuinely am so proud of you, Em. I think you nailed it, and as Em knows, I'm convinced Em's kind of psychic, so I'm just always trying to confirmation bias that for myself. So when you won that game, I was like, I told you you're psychic.
I was going to say, I wrote them as kind of trick questions a little bit. So I
got them all wrong during Em's turn. So I was just wrong every count. So
you did a very good job.
You both did good, I have to say.
Well, you guys are the masterminds, so thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It was an honor.
Oh, you are beyond welcome.
Thank you.
If any of our listeners, for some weird reason, have not heard of your podcast, where can they listen and find you both?
Oh boy. Well, unfortunately, we do less fun crimes on our show, although Em does a ghost, so there are definitely quite a few paranormal, if that's more your thing. But yeah, it's a true crime paranormal podcast. It's called And That's Why We Drink, and you can find it on any podcast platform or go to andthat'swhywydrink.com. We're on tour right now, so check out our live shows if you want to see some real captivating footage of us maybe or maybe not trespassing in some very spooky places. And yeah, I think that's it. Or ATWWD podcast on socials.
And are you both coming to Kansas City for a tour anytime in the near future?
We haven't been in a long time, and I really want to go back.
If you guys are ever up here, just hit us up. That would be so cool.
Oh, we would love to. I love Kansas City. It's such a fun town. So we will hit you up. Maybe we'll be there on our next tour because we haven't been in a while.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes. Please come out. Well, thank you both so much for being on. And I hope that all of our listeners out there just having the best week. And I hope you remember, no matter the crime, big or small, in the end, we're all doomed.
Doomed to be petty or paranormal.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. There's nothing sexier than a spooky ghost or a new listener. Thanks for listening to our show.
If you think nipple pasties make great room decor, follow us on social media. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or Threads. Live, Laugh, Larceny.
And if you ever caused an entire school assembly, please send us your petty crime story to livelaughlarceny@gmail.com.
And give us the same rating you'd give a cruise without your parents. Give us 5 stars wherever you rate podcast, Apple, Spotify, or Good Pods.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.